Okay, so I'm going to do something here, which is a little new. It's going to be watching the video that I made to you, Jim. And I'm going to talk while the first part is me doing what I do that's not political. You can sort of see for yourself what I do, but you don't really have to. You don't need to know anything about me. This is about you, and about what's become of you. You might not like to hear me say that, but you, sir, I know you were a more sincere, real person a while back. I know you were. And it kind of saddens me to see how you kind of gotten sclerotic, which is just a standard thing. I mean, it's what happens to people who stay in one place too long. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be insulting to you. I'm sure it's true. I could tell by the way well, what were you doing? Mediating between two members of a community at a community meeting that you didn't even call. You come in late. You don't even know what was said before that. You're also sitting in the front. You don't bother to see what the people were, how they were responding. So it was the end of the night, and there was this kind of idea that it was time to go. And all these people kind of going, yeah, looking at their watch. But not when I started speaking. I started speaking about hope, about the future, about community involvement, the kind of thing I believe, I don't know anything about you, but I kind of believe that you actually have some roots in community organizing. That's how you got into politics. And so here you go and you shut somebody up because maybe you're going to keep people late for another couple of minutes because he's talking too much. I mean, as I said to you, it was probably good for me to be told to stop at that moment. Except what would have been appropriate would have been for a community leader to say, yes, it's true that as elected officials, we need people. It's not really good to have for my office to have it under control. That's not power. That's not power, especially power that has nothing. There's no legal way we can stop Walgreens, right? But there's a people way we could work with them and make it clear that look, you're better off not coming here. But do they care about 5,000 signatures? Anybody can buy 5,000 signatures. I mean, the fact that maybe they weren't bought except somebody put effort in, and it's not hard. It's really not hard to get people to say, I don't like the fact that so I'll sign. What? Nobody signed in blood. Nobody said, well, there's a Walgreens right down the street, so instead of going to my drugstore up there, since there's no frickin' grocery store, except they sell the basics, the milk and stuff, not the organic milk, not the fresh produce, they don't sell that stuff, but it's certainly convenient. And they're into that. I mean, they know what they're doing. They know they can survive here. And they know that 5,000 signatures doesn't mean enough to them. There needs to be more. And for you to kind of decide, there's some energy here that's actually looking to do something, to inspire. To have people look around and say, look, we're in a community. There are actually an awful lot of very smart and capable people in this community. All sorts of great connections. Somebody works for the Huffington Post. That's good. That's important stuff. And that should be, what's going on here? This is Occupy. This is exactly what Occupy was supposed to facilitate. But instead, what Occupy did? It made people think, this ain't going to work. Cynicism, Jim. It's what's destroying us. And it's gotten to you. So as I hope I made clear, this is currently an unlisted video. There's no way anybody will see it. But I expect you to start coming out in the community and being more of a leader, not a squasher. You know, for one thing, I don't plan on talking to people in any meeting that you're in. You're the boss. You know better. You've got it all under control. Because you're so... Well, look, I mean, I'm just being straight with you. I used to have a lot of respect for you. I assumed that you came from a place, a progressive place. And now I don't. I mean, I believe you probably did. And you've lost it. And if I could help you get it back by giving you a fucking kick in the ass, well, I'm happy to do it. You don't have to like me. You don't have to thank me or anything. I don't give a crap. But if we're going to get Walgreens out of here, you start acting like a real leader instead of a mediator to save people a few minutes at the end of the meeting because, oh no, this guy's going to go on too long, and oh no, how horrible, I need to save the rest of the group, the whole audience here from this guy who's clearly, as can be said right now, I'm clearly a raving lunatic. The fact that I get impassioned is evidence of lunacy. The fact that I speak sarcastically, saying pretty much the opposite of what I mean because, well, people who think understand it. This is evidence of lunacy, certainly to many people, many of my neighbors, people closest to me. So, okay, I've started to learn. If I'm going to be honest with my life, and hey, you know, my life is more than half over, and I'm not ready to give up. I'm not. And you shouldn't be either. You're not that old. You're probably not that much older than I am. So, come on, man.